Hey guys, so in this video I'm going to be teaching you how to perform transformations in a logarithmic graph. Sorry about the noise for the printer. Alright, so the first thing that we want to do is first set up the parent function. And the parent function is going to be y equals log base 2 of x. So there's the parent function. And this function will give you a graph like so. Here we go. Now, when it comes to the transformations, it's pretty simplistic. It's similar to the exponential, but not really. It's kind of weird to explain it, but you'll get the gist of it. So imagine that I move the graph itself down 2 and to the right 2. Now we have to implement these worded transformations into the parent function in order for it to work. So the way that we can go about it is that it's going to be y equals log, and since it's going to no, the way that we're going to work it is that in order for it to be switched horizontally, we have to look at it from this area right here. And if it's going to be switched or transformed vertically, then we're going to be looking at it from right here. Now the way that we're going to attack this is that since it's log base 2, now since it's going to the right 2, most people would think just add another plus 2. See, that would be the case, except it isn't. So it's kind of confusing at first, but when it comes to going to the right 2, instead of saying plus, like you generally would on a graph, you have to say minus. It's a rule that you have to abide by in order for these graphs to work. So log 2 minus 2, and then we get the x, and since it's down 2, we have to put minus 2. Simple as that. When it comes to the vertical, it stays logical, but when it comes to the horizontal, just imagine the number but flipped. So it's going to be negative 2 if you're going to the right 2. Now all we have to do is plug it in. So since it's going down 2, 1, 2, and then going to the right 2, 1, 2, plop that sucker down right there, or you could just, do it diamond-wise. Doesn't really matter. And boom, you have the transform function right there, right in front of you. Now, in order for us to look at it from a different angle, say, flip the x-axis. Now this is going to be a little bit more challenging. So we have to set up the parent function again, and it's going to be the same as the last one for the sake of simplicity and understanding. So we have y equals log 2x. Now the only difference that's going to happen when it comes to flipping the x-axis is that we're going to be putting y equals negative log 2. So, the only difference is between these two is going to be the negative. Now that negative is going to indicate that we are flipping it from the x-axis. So when we transform or transfer what's on paper to the graph, we have to flip it. So you can't flip something that's already on the x-axis by the x-axis, so we're just going to leave that there. And now we're going to flip this, so it's going to be down 2, 1, 2, and then 1, 2. There we go. Now it's going to be flip-flopped like so. So there we go. Now we took what we did was we took our parent function and we flipped it over the x-axis, and up here we moved it to the left or to the right or down or up, whatever we need to know. And yeah, that's how you show your transformations of logarithmic functions. Hopefully this video helped you out. Generally you would get this in Algebra 2 tests, midterms, whatever, the whole shebang. So this video hopefully was a good understanding for you guys. And in order for you to look at it from the graph's perspective, like through a calculator, it's really easy. So all you have to do is hit y equals, and say if I'm going to be flipping the x-axis, you just hit alpha, I believe it's 2, yeah, alpha window, go down to 5, and it's log base. So it gets you log base 2, and then x. And that's going to get you the parent function. Also, if you hit second in table, it can give you the location specifically, like 1, 0, 2, 1. It's really nice. So hopefully everything in this made sense. If not, you can leave me a comment down below. And yeah, hopefully this helped you guys out.